Hey guys, fourth fan of the night.
Fourth fan of the night.
We've been really going through them here. This is the Agrifan that hung, oh, he found some crunchy materials, in the back room at the donation door at Restore. It is a 60-inch Agrifan. It was in rough shape when I got it, so I wanted a place to hang it up. I think the bearings were already a little noisy when I hung it at Restore because there's no easy way to get to the bearings in these because they're water sealed. So of course, if water can't get in, neither can oil or WD-40. So I think I just wanted a place to use it where nobody cared if it was a little noisy. And so I've hung it at the Restore, and there it has been until recently. So we're gonna have to figure out a way to open it up and oil the bearings or replace the bearings. I don't think they need to be replaced, but maybe a little oil. I don't know how to do that because you gotta. I mean, I could figure it out, but you got to take a bunch of stuff apart. So it'll have noisy bearings for today, which bothers me, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Anything you want to say, Pete?
Well, of course, I first saw these at my Mills Fleet farm when they first installed them.
That's true. These were at Mills.
They were like near the end of my high school era. That's when I remember seeing them put them in.
Yep.
Because the Fleet farm's been around before I was born, but it was like 99, 2000 maybe, somewhere in that time frame. They added them in, and I saw them do it.
It looks like maybe this isn't the original downride either. I'm not sure.
It doesn't look that way.
Yeah, I again, this is.
I think that shackle on the smaller Pro line is the one for that.
Well, they didn't come from the same place, so I don't see how that could have been the case.
But I know that I recognize that shackle as it has like a longer one that goes on, and it looks a lot like that one.
It does. I think that one came from a Dayton leading edge, though. But I could be wrong. But I know this and that Pro line were never in the same place at the same time.
No.
So, by the way, patreon.com/dspiffy for behind-the-scenes footage. Just before this video, I filmed possibly the most metal thing I've ever seen. So you definitely want to check that out. Anything else you want to say before we power it up?
No.
What's it rated at?
0.85 amps.
8.5. Okay, well let's see what it does. What do you think inrush wise?
I usually think a large inrush for something like this.
Small. 8. And I definitely think it's gonna drop. So
6 already. 8.5. 4.
Yeah, so we're definitely in the big inrush category.
Yep. When
you take this down, I might look at it and see if there's a way I can get to those bearings. But I know it's not easy because I've tried in the past. But noisy bearings bother me almost as much as crunching.
Yeah. Interesting. It's like down to 7.5.
Yeah, 7.4.
Huh. I mean, it gives it on the
7.3.
sticker. It just says that, but. Yet it's drawing what a modern gold line draws.
Pretty much. It's the same motor as a modern gold line.
Yeah.
Other than the waterproofing.
Yet they just put on their 0.85.
They seem to be accounting for the inrush current, which is interesting.
Maybe.
Which is also be this current it would draw stalled, I would think. Well, you want to start testing it?
Yes. Okay. Since 7.2, so that's quite a big inrush there. They rated it at 0.85, but it's drawing what a modern gold line draws, which is the 0.7.
High power factor.
Yes, pretty much a power factor of 1.
Let's see how...
Okay. Now I'm going to do what I did with the last Agrifan.
You're going to use the thing?
Yes.
Spout?
Yes, the drain plug screw.
Yeah.
300.
Okay.
3.3. That's what I'm getting.
Wow, great reading.
That's like a pretty accurate reading.
I know.
Sounds about right.
I wonder if we took like a regular industrial motor and put like a piece of electrical tape on the bottom, if it would do the same thing.
I would draw a fine line, like with a fine point marker, or a dot.
I'd rather not draw on them, but that's just me.
Well, I could clean it off with alcohol.
I know. Okay, well, let's see what the system is.
Okay.
God, that bothers me. It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Center is not where I feel the air, so right where my... 551 it caught.
Want to try a little closer or no?
551.
Okay, we'll go with 551.
Yep. If I get any closer, I feel it less.
Okay, so that is about 10,800.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to think of what that's comparable to. Definitely up there.
Yeah. But that's, well, 60 inches, so yeah, it has a bigger...
Yeah. Again, that's one of the things that I learned from this process is that surface area is a really big factor. And again, I mean that is it speaks to the also, I mean, our test isn't wholly scientific because again, if we were really interested in a fully scientific test, we would take the average of the entire surface area of the fan instead of just the highest point. Because in theory, at least, there's a dead spot where the motor is, and possibly in some cases at the tips of the blades. But it's very complicated to try to get the average. Even though So, other than the bearing rattle, this is a great runner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about these compared to the Gold Line?
This one is more like the older Gold Lines, meaning probably kind of best like the 85s.
Because the blade shape's a little more
wider.
Yeah.
It's as wide as the 85 Gold Lines, even though it's a 60-inch compared to 56.
It's only 4 inches difference.
Right, but it's just that the kind of air that it moves is a bit more like the older Gold Line.
That's true too, although we haven't tested a new Gold Line yet with the CFM, so we should.
Yeah.
It's probably...
Well, one of the things I know is you feel the air much more from the ground on a higher ceiling out of a new Gold
Well,
Line.
we can still test that with too, because we can bring the anemometer to the ground level and check there too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you may raise a good point that these in 60-inch definitely look like the old ones a little bit, just the motor is a little smaller in proportion. But then even the canopy being kind of a bell-shaped canopy is,
But the modern Gold Line has the same canopies as the...
85s, yeah.
Yeah. But just the blades being as wide as the 85s, because they're almost like Union blades.
Yeah.
In fact,
Wonder if you can get the 60-inch blades in black. I've never tried.
I have never seen that option available.
I should ask. We got a collector friend who's a dealer for these. I could ask him if that's something he can get. I'm looking forward to our black Gold Line project whenever we get to it.
Yeah.
It's going to be much needed. Okay, where do you think it's going to start?
I'm thinking with these modern motors, I think this could actually start on 3.
Okay, I'll say 4.
All right. 1, 2. Let's see, 3.
I budged.
Okay, maybe it's because of bearings, but let's see if 4 does it. Yep.
Changing mine to 4.
No, you already guessed 4. So you got it.
What do I win?
I don't know. I don't know what the prize is, but
Satisfaction of being right, the best prize of all.
yeah.
That's a little slow though for use, I think.
Well, sure, 4, yeah, would just be slow. I mean, I expect it to be that slow on 4. You got 60-inch wide blades, 60-inch blade span.
Yeah.
So here is 5, which I didn't think is going to be much faster. Yeah, this could be part of that one industrial display at that speed with the little humming, buzzing speakers on them.
Oh, that display, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know. That was an interesting.
I don't know where that was.
I don't either.
But
that video has circulated for a long time.
It has. Here is 6. Let's see what's broad. 6. Okay, this is an okay low. This is 7.
Uh-oh. Pete's got malted milk balls.
I do have malted.
I'll take some too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I don't
We'll get
chew quite as loudly, but I'll contribute.
Yes.
Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Okay, counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 8. Crunch, 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 crunch.
And the new in-box one in there that I brought back, I had that in my bedroom.
Yeah.
And used an 81220 on that.
Lots of crunching sounds, yes.
Yeah, that's definitely, that's what I got for low. 9.
Got a little bit of that,
What's that?
that little, I don't know what it's, somebody I heard call it cyclic hum. I'm not entirely certain what that means, but it's just basically a motor sound.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get when the rotor and stator aren't perfectly aligned.
Mm-hmm.
Bearing noise is starting to pop up too. It's 10.
Yep, this is 10. 11. And 12.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Okay, well, here's 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
So, interestingly enough, okay, so this is 20. I'm going to hit high to show you there's quite still actually, even though the current draw is 666 compared to 7.2 on high, but check this out. I'm going to hit high.
Well, I heard it like wind up.
Yep. Yeah, there is still a difference on that. $22, $25. I'm just 7.2. I'm gonna hit the high switch. So I'm right at high with 30. Let's see if I go over. Nope. Maxed it out. And it's still at high.
Oh yeah.
So no resonant frequency on this one.
Okay, so all we got left is solid state, right?
That's right.
Okay, dokie. What do you think it's going to do on the solid state?
I think it's usually these are bedroom quiet. I don't know that they're silent, but I know these play well with solid states. They're meant for it. And they sell them with.
I'll say living room.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't expect silent. And a Sperry.
Gotta have a Sperry. What started the whole Sperry thing?
I don't know.
Who bought it first? I mean, how did we even end up with them? I think we had them at my house.
Yeah.
Like I got them instead of ginger ale to help take my meds.
Yeah.
And then I don't even know how it started. Not silent.
No, but still pretty quiet.
So far.
I don't know. That's.
Let's see if it gets any louder.
This one just with
Yeah, low end of living room.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, other than the little bit of noise, bearing noise and otherwise, I'd say this is the best performing Agrifan we tested.
Yeah.
Seems to move more air than the other ones we tested. I don't remember what the CFM rating was of the last one, but this one definitely really seems to be impressive.
Yep, and then another place I was gonna say my work has these.
Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, you did tell me that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder if these are Rick. I doubt it.
May not.
I hope they're not Live, Laugh, Love, because that's a shame for a cast iron powerful fan, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, if you want to find out about our sponsors,
Yeah.
Pete's going to tell you a little more. Pete, what do you got to show them for sponsors?
Well, the main one with that started it all is
Buy Fan Stick. For their slogan, Fan Stick is the solution to all of our problems. For more information, go to buyfanstick.com, fanstick.biz, lightstick.biz. And for Florida Fan Stick, which is 69% longer and harder than regular Fan Stick, go to buyfanstickxxx.com.
Don't forget about Light Stick.
Oh, Lightstick. I said Lightstick.biz.
Yeah.
Pete mentioned earlier, Sperry, when you're collecting fans and you're thirsty, reach for a Sperry. Now, are you going to do what we suggested and get a case of these and relabel them and sell them at Fanimation for like $5 a pop or something like that?
I was thinking heavily about that.
I'd be very funny. And well, maybe not 5, but like definitely more, like way more than a soda would normally cost. Like that makes it funnier. You know what I mean? Like instead of doing like 50 cents or a buck, like do at least like $3.
That's what I was thinking.
Just because it's funnier, that like you're like it's like somehow worth so much more because it's a Sperry, and I almost guarantee that people will buy them just to be funny.
You sure?
You know, maybe then they buy 2 fans, get a Sperry free. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah. See Metal Pete for details. So if I needed something manufactured and it doesn't have to be great, I go with the good manufacturing company where excellence is too much. I am often hungry for a taco, a burrito, and a Mexico. And there's only one place I can find all 3. That is Taco Burrito, Mexico.
In Green Bay.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. We got to take, who was it that didn't believe it was a real place?
Well, Jermaine.
Jermaine, we can take Jermaine. We'll take Jermaine there. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take Reese there sometime too.
Yeah. I don't know if he's a Mexican food.
They got chicken tenders. He'll be fine. So, for all of your control needs, as we demonstrated earlier, I look only to the 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. Rick or Sheep, a fun game you can play with your friends and family. Go to rickorsheep.com. Am I missing anything, Pete? Did I cover everybody?
That is.
Patreon.com/dspiffy for behind-the-scenes footage and additional content, including Manny Much Metals. As always, thanks for watching and
Bye, Fan Stick.
bye, Fan Stick. Thanks for watching.